Scentland, the land of scent. Hello and welcome. It's Chris back with another fragrance review, and this time, what a great fragrance I'm going to be reviewing. Oh man, what a pleasure. Get the sarcasm? I hope you do. Many of you know me and you know that I'm mostly covering under the radar, out of spotlight, vintage, discontinued designer fragrances. And I rarely do actually negative reviews because I don't own fragrances I don't like, and therefore I cannot review them because I don't use them. So I cannot give an honest review about a fragrance that I don't use, right? There were some exceptions like Costume by Dunhill or Creed Aventus, which I don't like them, but I own them, I use them, and I reviewed them therefore accordingly. With this fragrance that I'm going to be presenting to you today, it's going to be a difficult job for me to do. I know I have several people around me who wear this actually, who like it. I don't own a bottle, will never own a bottle, because I don't like this fragrance, and I'm going to tell you why. But I have received a sample here. Maybe I have some enemies out there who got this sample to me. We're talking about Paco Rabanne's 2013 release called Invictus, the Invincible, who holds the trophy high. Oh yeah, I'm winning! Oh no! The only thing I'm winning with this is a bad experience. I wore it yesterday in my hand, washed it off fairly soon afterwards, because yeah, I have several issues with this. First of all, Paco Rabanne. Paco Rabanne messed up the market. I used to love Paco Rabanne. Paco Rabanne was a great, innovative, very courageous, great quality fragrance house, and today it's still very successful because they have still releases out there that have that appeal, including Invictus. But I'm talking about fragrances that fragrances called Paco Rabanne Pour Homme or Paco Rabanne Pour Homme Sport or Excess, or many of those releases that date back in the 90s, 80s, 70s, and not because I'm trying to be nostalgic here. Paco Rabanne by me was a different maison, a different house at the time. In 2008, they changed the entire market, bringing out the Gold Bar 1 million, which had an incredible influence on the entire fragrance industry, which saw then designers, releasing all kinds of weird shaped bottles, like Azzaro, another former great house, releasing this fragrance in this bullet holder of a revolver, or Police with this entire series of skull themed fragrances, and there's many more out there that or the fragrance we are talking about today, the Trophy. Again, Paco Rabanne, obviously following their very successful marketing pitch or marketing concept, bringing out a mass-pleasing fragrance in an entirely dumb and cheap, unimaginative bottle. Like the Gold Bar. This is the same. To me, this totally falls into the same category, and with the revolver, bullet holder, and the bloody skulls as well. The only house that was able to launch a fragrance that is in a bottle that is reminding you of something, or that is similar to something, to an object, to a well-known object, is the 2016 release by the house of Oscar de la Renta. This one is very nicely done. It's a great black and white object, always classy, black and white, always classy. And this comes in this domino shaped bottle because Oscar de la Renta was a huge fan of the game of domino. So Oscar de la Renta, the house, after he passed away, released this as an homage, a tribute to the late great genius Oscar de la Renta. That's where I say it's great, and the fragrance inside is actually tremendously nice as well. But the rest, no way. Invictus, no way. Okay, maybe the smell saves it. Maybe the smell saves it for me. So I have many people around me, not many, but a few who wear it. So therefore I can experience it from time to time. I don't own a bottle, obviously, because I don't like it. And yesterday I sprayed it on my hand and washed it off fairly soon afterwards. And but I have it on here. Wow. Am I not blown away by this freshness? No, I'm not. No way. To me, to sum it up fairly quickly, Paco Rabanne Invictus is a sweet, dense, sweet, sickeningly syrupy mess. I was checking out Fragrantica for some notes, because all I could smell in here is the grapefruit, which is included in the notes, marine notes. Okay, wow, jasmine. Have you ever smelled jasmine? Like, how can you? It's ridiculous. Patchouli. Where on earth is patchouli in this fragrance? Like, patchouli, okay? Patchouli is a sacred note in fragrance history. There's no patchouli in here. No bloody way. I think it's a bay leaf. It's just a mishmash, a marketing communication mishmash of notes that they've put out to be able to put out something, but all this is, and many people like it because of that, is a sweet, syrupy mess. I don't even say it's an obvious crowd pleaser, because to me an obvious crowd pleaser is Acqua di Gio. Acqua di Gio, I can see the concept, I can see the backbone, I don't like it, but I can see where it's coming from. But here, I just don't get it. This is just sweet, sickeningly sweet mess. And not even if this is a candy, I would not eat it. Okay, this is totally out of anything, out of taste. It's sometimes I admit that fragrances that I don't like are not my taste, and therefore I don't like them. Maybe other people like it, but I don't know how Invictus can be such a great success and hit. Maybe we are living in strange days, or we are living strange days in this decade, and maybe this totally fits into the strange, weird days that we are in, or we are experiencing, because this is just, to me, this is absolute fragrantic nowhere land. This is, it's not even. I don't like Aventus, for example, but at least in Aventus I can say, okay, I can smell the smokiness, and there's the ananas, the smoke. Maybe it has some, there's some concept. And at the time when it came out, it was actually something new. Okay. Again, I don't like Aventus, and I like the impact that it has on the fragrance community and fragrance market, but I can see where Creed was coming from. With this one, and the sad thing about it is that this bloody juice has influenced tons of other releases by other designers. Good God Almighty, do we see loads of sickeningly sweet, syrupy fragrances out there today. And then we have some designers that are trying to counterbalance it, and they go overboard with it. I'm talking about Gucci Guilty Absolute. I totally see where Gucci Guilty Absolute is coming from, what they wanted to achieve, but to me, they've fallen off the horse onto the other side. It's like, good God, why does everything have to be leaning so much out of the window? Sometimes less is more, Like, I'm really trying to get something positive out of this, but this is really, I can't smell it anymore. It's really sickeningly sweet. I'm sure it has great projection, longevity, and all that, because obviously, for some reason, people like it and use it, and don't throw it in the trash bin where it belongs. But at least, ladies and gentlemen, coming to the end of my rant against this fantastic review from Paco Rabanne. I can do one thing. First of all, there's a bin behind me. Almost. And from my perspective, from my point of view and my overall experience, taste, and valuation of fragrances, the history of fragrances, the art of fragrances, and the way how I look at fragrances, the world of fragrances, dating back many hundred years and hopefully many hundred years to come. My opinion, overall opinion, to sum it up in regards to Invictus by Paco Rabanne, can only be one thing, and that is the following. Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain, for we received orders to sail back to Boston, and so nevermore shall we see you again. Thank you for your attention. Bye.